brings to an end the present series of string quartets. Radio 3 listeners on medium wave will now rejoin Brian Johnston and his team of commentators at Lord's for Test Match Special and the afternoon session of England vs.
And welcome back to Lord's, where we've come to the end of the luncheon interval. We all had a jolly good lunch prepared by Nancy just below us here in our little kitchen. The umpires, Jack Baldwin, Tom Hedges, right there in the middle. Spectators settling down.
Hello, Barker.
Will resume at
Mr. Dunn, how are you?
This morning, had a
Good,
terrible
quite good.
start. They lost 4
How are you?
35
Where are you parked?
for Baxter and
You're not on double yellow, are you?
2 for 6.
They're not above coming in knocking on my windows, traffic wardens. Reflects badly on the college.
I'll move it.
Welcome to Anthony Don. Third window on the right, across the quad.
Here you are, sir, your old room. Nice to have you back, sir. Don't forget about the motor car.
Thank you, Barker. Nice to see you again.
You beat up your girlfriend's father?
Yeah, that's about it, I suppose.
I see. How do you feel about that, Mark?
The thing is, then I went round to my girlfriend's house to see if they'd have her back and what have you, and he wasn't there, so I had a word with her mum about it, and, well, one thing led to another and what have you, and we ended up making love in the back of my van.
You're 17 years old. You make your girlfriend pregnant, you assault her
Blimey.
father, and you sleep with her
Afternoon
mother.
tea.
Yeah, that is what happened, but...
They make
it
those
wasn't
things
quite
up,
like
don't
that.
they?
It's not
Have
quite-
you told?
Is that Radio 3 now?
Supposed to be, yes.
I don't suppose you know what the England cricket score is, do you?
No, I don't.
Wondered.
Morse. Yes, that's right. Who's this?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know whether it's going to ring any bells. It's Anthony Don.
Why is it a problem, Mark?
Anthony Don? St. John's Road, Anthony Don.
Well, I suppose I
What?
had to choose, really, and...
Cricket.
Can I ask what
The
problem you
Clarets.
call us?
The old boys 11.
Anything wrong?
No, nothing ominous. I just wondered if you might fancy supper or something.
No, because I-
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Well, it's all a bit...
Oh, I don't know.
Well, now, Mark, I suggest...
Well, what about
you
tonight?
try talking to your girlfriend
Sure. Okay. Yes.
first.
Goodbye.
Is this girl mature enough to take the fact that you've slept with her mother and assaulted her father, do you think?
In what way, do you mean?
Is this girl grown up enough, Mark, to understand
yeah, I
that the
see.
fact that you slept with her...
Mighty leg spinner Woodcock to bowl to Baxter from the nursery end. Baxter's 36, and here comes Woodcock now with that quaint hop and a skip run of his. He bowls, he tosses up in the air, and Baxter goes down the pitch, and he's missed it. He's completely deceived by the flight, and Jackson behind the timbers whips off the bails, and Baxter's out. Stumped Jackson, Bill Woodcock for a steady but very useful 36. England then are now 125 for 5, and Paul Baxter looks disgusted with himself. He was completely deceived by the flight. The flight. The flight. The flight.
Move this, can you?
Well, come on, for God's sake, and get the vultures away from here.
Not a pretty sight in there, I'm afraid.
How many?
Dead? 2. Plus some him.
Hello, Doctor.
Oh, Sergeant.
Threw in petrol bombs and locked the door. This thing. Couldn't get out. Apparently used to sell, left-wing books and way-out stuff, homosexual books and so on. There've been threats, apparently, and the local council's been trying to close the place down. Been in all the local papers.
I don't think you mean way out, do you?
Well, explicit writing and... I'm just saying, I've got nothing against it.
Oh, right.
No, I'm just saying quite explicit material and books about homosexuals, that's all I meant. And some stuff about how the best copper's a dead copper. I'm not saying this is a good thing.
Well, good. Because you can go into any high street bookstore and find literature far more offensive than anything sold here, in my opinion. Pornography next to the children's comics. I think you should get those slogans painted out.
They're evidence.
Yeah, they most certainly are. Yes, of course they are. I'm sorry. It's just... I'm sorry, Sergeant. That was unnecessary.
Don't worry.
Well, I'll phone you when I've done the tests.
Well, she'll get used to it. She'll have to.
I haven't done this for years.
Not bad, are they?
Not bad. What do you do normally? Do you cook or something, or is there somebody at home you're keeping a secret?
I did live with a microwave for a while, but we argued.
You never married?
That's right.
How was that? Do you mind?
Not being married? Sometimes. Sometimes I mind. Why? Have I missed out?
Well, I've got to say yes, haven't I? I've got 2 beautiful children.
A beautiful wife?
A very beautiful wife. Yes, of course I think so, but I'm not you. Anyway, well, there are some evenings and you wish you could just buy a bag of chips and whatever this is. You know? It's ironic, isn't it? You get a policeman and a lawyer together. They know how to ask the questions. They're not very good at answering them.
Well, I've enjoyed myself.
So have I.
We didn't even talk about cricket.
Oh, the police force.
I'll run you home.
Listen, I think I'll walk. It's not far.
You sure?
Thanks for the offer.
Okay. Look, was there something you wanted to talk about?
What do you mean? No. What do you mean?
I don't know. I got the feeling that you wanted to say something.
About what?
I suppose I wondered why, after all this time...
Oh, that I rang you?
Hmm.
Oh. Yes, well, you know, you get to a certain age, you start to see things differently. You start to... I don't know.
Right.
That wasn't very... That was a bit vague, wasn't it? A bit. I was reading this book the other day. Cranky thing about Zen Buddhism. Not my thing, by the way. Successful lawyer, FT reader, meditate on the stock market. No, it's Kate's, my wife. I picked it up to... Anyway, it had this story about a chap who goes to see a master and wants to know about the meaning of the one hand clapping. You know, that Zen thing about the sound of one hand clapping. And the master tells him that he's not concentrating hard enough. He's too attached to wealth, to things. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Anyway, the master says to this chap, it would be better if he died. That would solve the problem. So the chap falls over on the floor as if he were dead. The master watches this and says, "So now you're dead, what about the sound?" And the chap says, "I still can't hear it." Upon which the master kicks him. "Dead men cannot speak," he says. Anyway, it's not bad, eh? Look, it's been good to see you. Chew the fat and what have you.
Chew the chips.
That's right.
Look, if you remember what it was, give me a call, huh?
I will. I will. The white hair suits you. Makes you look very wise.
See you.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, you're not watching the ball, you're not using your feet, and your bat looks like a limp willy. Apart from that, you're doing fine.
Give him a few bounces, might help to wake him up.
And that's out. Straight down Long On's throat.
God, what a shambles.
Come on, Clarence.
Sorry, Rowley, I'm not quite with it today.
Oh, you'll be all right.
By the way, when is Vince arriving, do you know?
Mr. Cranston. Your guess is as good as mine. Probably saying a long goodbye to somebody else's wife.
That's right. Oh, bloody thing.
What I'd like you two to do is just spray a few words on that sheet.
Why?
I collect autographs.
No, thanks.
Really? I thought you were good at this.
Well, you thought wrong then, didn't you?
It's odd, because you were both seen spraying slogans on the walls outside the bookshop.
Who by?
By reliable witnesses who are prepared to testify.
What, people who work there?
And what difference does it make if they work there or not?
Well, if they work in a place like that, there must be something wrong with them. I mean, have you read the stuff they sell there? It's disgusting.
It's difficult to read the books they sell. They all caught fire.
Look, I can't understand why everybody's making such a song and dance about this fire. Makes you wonder who the police really care about.
I'll tell you what disgusts me. Someone who sets fire to a building with human beings inside it.
Yeah, like the IRA. They had books supporting the IRA in that shop.
Is that why you put petrol bombs through the letterbox?
Look, we don't know what you're talking about.
Call for you, sir.
Get them to call back.
Well, it's personal, and Anthony Don, he seems quite...
Well, take a message.
Sir?
That we're not going to answer any more questions until our lawyer's here.
No. Tell him I've remembered what it was that I wanted to say. He can telephone me at Arnold College. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
Which means the M25 is blocked in both directions. Not good news, I'm afraid, for you people driving into work. This is Kate Don, and it's 8:17. And now back to John in Crouch End.
Come on, Kate, get rid of him. People are falling asleep. We don't give a toss about his grandmother or his... What?
I think you should see this. The police phone. It's Kate's husband. It's heavy.
Yeah, we tried.
He's
We
dead.
had a long discussion about it the other day.
Can't believe this. You seen this?
We're all clammed up.
What?
And she just makes you feel lonely and lost, and you're more
I'm not going to tell her. We're off air in 15 minutes. What are we to do? This is a live program. What am I supposed to do? This is a disaster.
Makes me feel worse.
It's Morse.
Right, Constable, we finished with fingerprints now. Can you contact the law?
Sorry, sir.
Make the necessary arrangements, will you? Okay, now, back to base. Go on, off you go.
This is the chap from... Isn't this the chap, your friend from... Sir?
Yes, that's right.
It's the radio lead. And there was this.
Where was this?
Inside his suitcase. It was loaded.
He rang me, you know. Yesterday, it was him who rang when we were interviewing those, It was him.
All right. Yeah, it didn't click.
The message was he knew what he wanted to tell me.
To tell you about what?
I don't know, Lewis, I don't know. Dead men can't speak, can they?
The old boy's 11. Do we know who this is?
His name's Roland Marshall. We were friends of a kind. I knew him and Anthony Don when I was a student. Good man. Or was. He's a sort of inventor. Solar energy and, well, all sorts of things.
Oh, that's right. I know about him. He's the chap that made the thing, the car thing. You know, it was like a big bubble, and it didn't work.
That's him. A crank, but a nice one. I didn't know about the wheelchair. We need to speak to him.
They're trying to track him down.
And Mrs. Don?
Yeah, on her way. What do you think, sir? Was he depressed when you met him the other evening?
Not particularly.
Why didn't he shoot himself? I mean, I'm not saying that... I don't know what I am saying, but I would have thought... I wouldn't have thought myself it was a very reliable method. The radio lead, you know, if you were trying to make sure. I mean, you'd think they'd just sort of jump out when you turn the power on.
But it must have been on, mustn't it, already, because he was on the bed. Unless somebody helped him. One of his teammates, perhaps. Let's have them all in, the cricket team. In batting order.
Right, you are.
Excuse me, sir. Mrs. Don's arrived.
Bring her in.
Well, she's up in the room. We couldn't really...
Okay, I'll speak to her. Do you want to start taking statements?
What, now?
Don't tell me you're babysitting.
No. I'm on leave, sir, from half an hour ago.
Leave?
Just a week, sir, that's all.
Oh. Did I know about this?
You signed the form.
Did I? Well, look, it's not very convenient, Lewis. What are you doing, going to Butlins?
No, sir, actually. I've got the outside of the house to paint and some gutters to fix and what have you.
Thought you'd had your leave. You're always on leave.
No. 10 days at Christmas, a couple of days over the Easter holidays, and now this.
Yes, yes, all right, Les.
The follow-on.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. They're all out. None of our last 5 batsmen made it into double figures. It's a shambles.
Well, who told you?